Members of the Chamber team with us, Karen Pelletier, who's the Director of the Chamber Higher Ed Business Partnership. Welcome.
Thank you.
Karen, I know you've joined us in the past on the show, but I think maybe for some of our new viewers, you could give them a little overview of what the Chamber Higher Ed Business Partnership is all about.
Sure. So I am in my third year of this position, and essentially the goal is to connect all the great colleges in the area with the local businesses. It's a huge asset for our region, and especially when you're thinking about recruiting employees. You know, we have more than 35,000 college students in the region. So I work a lot with employers on setting up internships, maybe improving one if they have one already, and creating those pipelines with the colleges and specific programs. Or I work with the career services folks as well at all the colleges to connect students with local employers. That's going to be the best retention tool that we have as far as retaining our local graduates and creating that educated workforce for our employers.
Yeah, you know, leveraging our assets, colleges and universities being one of them, and you know, sometimes you just assume these connections take place. I mean, every day I think we talk about how amazed we are that certain groups or organizations weren't talking, and it's necessarily no one's fault, but somebody comes in, parachutes into a new position from the Midwest at one of our colleges and universities. It's going to take them years to learn the local contacts and scene, and you were able to help facilitate that oftentimes within weeks.
That's right, yeah. I mean, I think exactly to your point, a lot of the recruiters at our larger employers maybe come from out of the area, or their staff does, so we can come in there and give them sort of the down and dirty about what the colleges have to offer them locally, introduce them to specific professors who can be a great resource for them.
HR teams, career services, all those things.
We do employer visits, we do familiarization tours for HR staff, you know, if they need to know about the region. We have a lot to offer in that area.
And internships is a big piece of it too?
Absolutely, and we have a free database for our employers and students called internhub.com. A lot of great resources on there for both people. I work with employers to get them to post their positions onto that site, and all the colleges have it as a tool for their students to be able to find local internships. And we got a number of programs that you run. There's the higher ed program, and you a quick overview of those too. Yeah, so higher ed it's H-I-R-E ed. It's a 6-week soft skill series that we've run 3 times now, and it's really essentially came out of, as I was meeting with those employers one-on-one, they were saying interns are great, but here are the problems that I have, and it was all around soft skills. So we developed this professional development series for college interns that we run during the summer. So it's great if you have a degree, but if you don't know how to maybe interact in the workplace, or your college workplace, a college dorm, or atmosphere sometimes is a little different than what's expected in the workplace. Exactly right. Yeah. So it focuses on professionalism, positive attitude, critical thinking and problem solving, working as a team. Communications, so all those sort of things that employers are really looking for before the hard skills. They're willing to bring you on based on your personality and then teach you what you need to know for the job. Right. And one of the new programs that we're just rolling out is called Elevate. Right. And to some extent, some crossover with the college population or graduates. Everyone talks about millennials today. Yeah. What is a millennial? So it's essentially 19 to 34-year-olds. It's the name of that generation, So it goes from the baby boomers to Gen X, so now it's the millennials. Yeah, and the millennials are already, they're very young, but they're already the largest percentage of the workforce. So it's definitely a huge learning curve. Employers have to come up to speed really quick about what millennials are looking for because, as people probably have heard, the turnover, the retention rates are really challenging for that generation. So the Elevate campaign that the Chamber is starting is really about that. It's about creating an exciting environment for young professionals to live and work in Worcester. We have a lot of great professional networking associations in the area for young professionals, Central Mass Young Professionals, Young Men's and Young Women's Associations, Action Worcester. There's a lot going on. But I think historically the Chamber has maybe seemed a little foreign or uncomfortable for a young professional. They're not necessarily engaged, or they come and feel uncomfortable. So we wanted to identify 10 of our programs throughout the year that are appropriate for a young professional would be a lot of
And
fun.
programs, in many cases, we collaborate with some of these other
Exactly, yep.
organizations.
We're reaching out. I mean, we want to do what we can to support those organizations because that is important. These young professionals want to feel like this is a fun place to be. There's a lot of other young professionals, downtown. If you even think of 3 years ago, a lot of, how many people, 6,000 people go to work downtown and they maybe stayed in their office all day.
Right.
And now there's so much going on that people are coming out and for lunch or hanging out after
Right.
work, and we want to help, facilitate those networks.
So this is cross-pollination of not only organizations, but also different age groups. And that opens up opportunities and creates, hopefully, a synergy that individually is satisfying for millennials who want to be more hands-on, community service oriented. So there's a range of programs here.
Right. So we've identified some of the events like business after hours that we do all the time, but the one that we identified for the Elevate campaign is at the Fix Burger Bar, which is really fun and delicious. And we're also partnering with Escape Games for that event, so there'll be free opportunities to go over and play.
Get lost in a big maze, but these things are the hottest things right now.
Yeah, it is. And then we've created some new programs for this campaign as well. So we have Lean Business coming up on October 5th, which we partnered with the November Project, which is an international, really, phenomenon that's happening for people who like to work out.
Early in the morning.
Yep, 6:20 on Wednesdays. They meet at Holy Cross and run the stadium, the football field stadium. So we are encouraging our members to go there on October 5th. Free, fun fitness, great community, a lot of great people doing that. Some of our own staff run that. And then another one we have is November 9th. We're partnering with the Boys and Girls Club and serving at their Kids Cafe, which is serving 300 youth dinner. And we have British Beer Company came on board, volunteered to bring the food and cook it, and so our chamber members would just be serving the food. And
so if someone wants to learn more about the Elevate campaign, how do they do that?
they can go to our website, subscribe to our newsletter, and stay tuned for more information. It's on our calendar of events as well.
And they can reach out to you too
For sure, yeah.
to learn more, ask any questions, or get involved. So we appreciate that. So a lot happening at the Chamber. We're excited about this new campaign, collaborating with a number of groups, reaching out to millennials and helping connect them to the community in new and different ways. So